Hello, dear students. Today we are going to do another topic from the chapter skin. So let's start. First of all, we are going to study about hibernation, that is winter sleep. Hibernation is displayed by warm-blooded animals. Hibernation is also called as winter sleep. During winters, the animals sleep to tide over the unfavorable and unfriendly winter environment. The warm blooded animals, some of them at least, display winter sleep, which is also called as hibernation, in which the animals sleep during the harsh winter months. They find a burrow or a hole or some other place. They cover themselves with leaves or make a small nest kind of a structure where they will sleep to remain cozy during the cold winter months. They keep some stored food so when they wake up afterwards, they can consume that food. This is called as hibernation or winter sleep. This is displayed by those animals which store body fat to be used as food reserves during the time when they sleep. As compared to the winter sleep, there is another phenomena called as aestivation, which is summer sleep. This is normally displayed by cold-blooded animals like a crocodile or snail or frog to tide over the unfavorable hot months of summer. These animals will either submerge themselves in muddy soil or find a crevice or a crack, or they will pile up one on top of each other, as in case of a snail. All these animals display aestivation or summer sleep. Why exactly do animals display hibernation or aestivation? And what are cold blooded and warm blooded animals? Let's understand that first. Cold blooded animals are also called as ectothermal animals or poikilothermal animals. These animals display a change in their body temperature along with the temperature change of the environment. If the atmospheric temperature is low, their body temperature becomes low. If the atmospheric temperature is high, their body temperature becomes high. So, snakes, turtles, lizards, they all belong to this category. Fishes, crocodiles, alligators, gharials, they all belong to the cold blooded or ectothermal animals. These animals change their body temperature according to the temperature of the environment where they are. So, whatever is the temperature of the environment, their body temperature resembles that. That is why, to tide over the unfavorable hot months, these animals display summer sleep, that is called as aestivation. There are endothermal animals, that is the warm blooded animals. They are also called as homeothermal animals. These animals are the ones whose body temperature remains constant. Whatever the surrounding temperature may be, these animals keep a constant body temperature at all times. All the known mammals, birds are warm blooded. So whether it's a chimpanzee or a bat or a cat, or you have a penguin or a dolphin, they all are examples of animals which are warm blooded. So from polar bear to horses to rabbits to birds, they're all warm blooded animals. There is a lot of variation displayed by the human body temperature. Humans are also warm blooded animals. So, in case of the human body temperature, in the mouth, the temperature is about 37 degrees Celsius. Our body temperature shows a variation of about zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.5 degrees Celsius in 24 hours. There are times of the day when the body temperature is highest, and there are times of the day when the body temperature is lowest. It is lowest early in the mornings and highest in the afternoon. So our body temperature does not remain constant. It shows a slight variation from morning to afternoon. Optimum temperature is 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. That's the optimum temperature range for working of the human body. A lower temperature than the optimum temperature slows down the functioning of enzymes. Enzymes are needed for all activities of the body. So, a lower than optimum temperature is not preferable for healthy growth of an individual. When the temperature becomes higher than the optimum temperature, it destroys the enzymes altogether. So, a higher body temperature or a lower body temperature is not preferable. That is why the most suitable temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, which is best for the functioning of enzymes and the overall well being of a person. Now, there are various ways in which heat is lost through our body. We lose heat through our skin by sweating. We lose heat by our lungs when we are respiring. When we breathe out air, hot air at body temperature leaves your body, taking the heat along with it. We lose heat in urine and feces. So, when urine and feces are passed out, again they are at body temperature. When you pass them out, you are losing heat by your body. We lose heat through food. When you consume something cold, you are able to lose heat through the body. In cold weather, you must have observed when you blow through your mouth, you observe misty droplets. That's because the body temperature is higher than the surrounding temperature. So, whatever air we are releasing from our mouth has moisture, and that moisture condenses on the cold dust droplets in the air, which produces the sensation of smoke. When you consume a cold beverage, it lowers your body temperature. So, any kind of a cold beverage or a juice, if it is consumed, immediately happens to lower your body temperature. That is why when you're feeling hot, consumption of any cold beverage immediately helps to lower your body temperature and makes you feel better. Heat is lost through all these processes. By convection, when the air moves around your body and takes the radiated heat. By evaporation, when sweat evaporates, it takes the body heat. By radiation, our body emits electromagnetic radiations and even heat is emitted out. And conduction, direct transfer by contact. When you sit on a surface, you transmit your body heat to that surface. So these are all various methods by which heat is lost through the body. Next, we need to do two important processes, vasoconstriction and vasodilation. Now, vasoconstriction and vasodilation are two processes displayed by our body. In vasoconstriction, the blood vessels which are flowing close to the dermis region, they narrow in diameter and the blood flows to the deeper layers of skin. When these blood vessels which are closer to the epidermis narrow, less blood flows through these vessels. Thereby, less heat is lost by the blood flowing through them. Less area of the blood is exposed for the process of radiation to occur. So, this is a method which is there to conserve body heat. The blood flow continues from the lower vessels, so the blood is supplied, it moves forward, but heat is not lost. This is normally carried out when it is very cold. So, this is a process which is carried out to conserve body heat. On the other hand, vasodilation is a process where the blood vessels which are closer to the surface of the skin, closer to the epidermis, increase in their diameter. That's called as vasodilation. When they increase in their diameter, more blood flows through the blood vessels here. More blood flow means more heat is lost by conduction, convection, and radiation, thereby lowering the body temperature. So the blood flow here helps to reduce body temperature. So vasodilation is a preferred method of heat loss in summer season. So as you can see, when the body needs to retain heat in cold winter environment, the body displays vasoconstriction. More blood flows to the lower surfaces of the skin. Less blood flows to the upper layers of the skin. To the blood vessels which are present below here, more blood flows to the lower blood vessels than the blood vessels which are immediately present in the papillary region of the dermis. This is done to prevent heat loss by the body. Whereas in summers, our body increases blood flow to the dermal papillae, leading to greater heat loss through radiation and convection. This will help to cool down the body. So you sweat more, you lose more heat in the summers than in the winters. In winters, your skin gives a pale appearance, a bluish appearance of the lips. That's because of vasoconstriction. And in summers, your face gives a flushed appearance due to vasodilation. This is a normal artery. When the blood vessel is dilated, more blood flows through it. This is called as vasodilation. And when it is constricted, less blood flows through it. So due to vasodilation, you can see the face gives a flushed appearance. This is there so that more heat is lost by convection and by radiation. On the other hand, vasoconstriction means reduced blood flow, which will draw more blood away from the surface of the skin and into deeper layers, which will give your body a pale appearance. This is done to conserve body heat. Now, another thing takes place if your body is exposed to extra heat. That's called as heat stroke. Now, what happens in case of heat stroke? Your sweat is supposed to evaporate and take the heat from your body before it evaporates. So, sweat production is able to keep pace with the amount of the sweat evaporated. But sometimes in dry summer months, what happens is the sweat evaporates after taking heat from the atmospheric air and not from your body. So your body temperature never gets a chance to get lowered. Since the heat is being taken from the atmosphere and the sweat is evaporating, the body temperature keeps on rising. The symptoms displayed are a rapid heartbeat, There is dizziness and headache, red and hot skin, maybe vomiting and nausea, a high fever. So all of these are symptoms of sunstroke or heat stroke. A sunstroke or heat stroke can prove fatal as well. It can result in death if immediate care is not taken. So how can you prevent sunstroke from taking place? You must not consume alcohol during dry, hot weather. Avoid the sun between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. That's when the temperature is highest and the sun is releasing a lot of heat. Don't wear thick clothes. Prefer to wear thin cotton clothing. Wear protective gear like sunglasses and a cap. Use a sunscreen when you go out. Take a cool shower regularly and drink lots of water. So when you do all this, you are going to ensure that heat stroke or sunstroke does not affect. Heat stroke takes place only when the sweat is not taking heat from your body, but taking the heat from the atmospheric air and changing into water vapor. So that will increase your body temperature. So these are the various ways in which we can prevent heat stroke from taking place. So with this, we have reached the end of this topic. Hope you have understood it all. Thank you very much and God bless you all.